Our first news from PIB is Japanese Foreign and Defense Minister were welcomed by our PM Modi, who shared his thoughts for discussion during the 2+2 meeting, which is to be held tomorrow, that is 20 August 2024. For various exams, some of the facts are: this is the third round of India-Japan 2+2 Foreign and Defense Ministerial Meeting. So which round is this? This is the third round of India-Japan 2+2 Foreign and Defense Ministerial Meeting. Another fact which is important is, who is the Foreign Minister of Japan? She is Yoko Kamikawa. And another fact is, who is the Defense Minister of Japan? He is Mr. Minoru Kihara. Another fact that comes out from the news is, who is the partner for Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed rail project? For the Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed rail project, who is the partner of India? So the answer will be Japan. Now coming to the news, Miss Yoko Kamikawa, the Foreign Minister of Japan, and Mr. Minoru Kihara, Defense Minister of Japan, was welcomed by our Prime Minister Modi. These two ministers are on a visit to India to hold the third round of India-Japan 2+2 Foreign and Defense Ministerial Meeting. Now important thing is, Prime Minister highlighted, this line can be used for the mains writing as it is. So the line is, the Japanese ministers and PM underscored the importance of holding 2+2 meeting in the context of increasingly complex regional and global order and deepening the ties between India and Japan. Another dimension, for the stock market people or for the business people, India and Japan seeks cooperation like a trusted friends in areas like critical minerals, semiconductors and defense manufacturing. Both the sides also exchange the views on regional and global issues of mutual interest. Another important line which can be used for the main directly is, the crucial role India and Japan partnership plays in promoting peace, stability and prosperity in the Indo-Pacific region. So this is the takeaway from the PIB news. Japan Foreign and Defense Minister were welcomed by Prime Minister Modi.
Is Minister for Foreign Affairs of Nepal, Dr. Arzu Rana Deoba, was congratulated by Prime Minister and appreciated the momentum in high-level engagements. Recently, Foreign Affairs Minister of Nepal, Dr. Arzu Rana Deoba, who is on the official visit to India, called on Prime Minister Modi, who congratulated her on being appointed as Foreign Minister of Nepal. They also appreciated the ongoing momentum in high-level engagement between the two sides. They highlighted the positive impacts of such interaction in bilateral relationships. They also appreciated the participation of Nepal in third Voice of Global South Summit, which was hosted by India. In return, Foreign Minister Deoba thanked the Prime Minister for India's neighborhood first policy. She conveyed her commitment to further strengthen the India-Nepal bilateral relationship. Now, from this news, some of the facts that can be drawn for the prelim exam or some other exams is, who is the Foreign Affairs Minister of Nepal? So the answer will be Dr. Arju Rana Deuba. Another fact is, who hosted the third Voice of Global South Summit in 2024? So the answer is, India hosted the third Voice of Global South Summit. For the mains point of view, what is important is India's neighborhood first policy, India's India-Nepal bilateral relationships, now this news is important with two dimensions. This news should be thought through these two lenses. Number one, India-Nepal relationship vis-a-vis growing Chinese influence in Nepal. Number one. Number two is India-Nepal relationship or importance of Nepal for India vis-a-vis Bangladesh crisis.
Another news from PIB is from Ministry of Finance. The news says Union Finance Minister Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman chaired the review meeting of regional rural banks, that is RRBs, in New Delhi. In the meeting, all the 43 RRBs were present, and the meeting focused on business performance, upgrading digital technology services, and fostering business growth in MSME clusters. It highlighted on the crucial role of RRBs in supporting the rural economy. Finance Minister also urged RRBs, with the active support of their sponsor bank, to put greater thrust on clear identification of beneficiaries while sanctioning loans under various schemes like PM Vishwakarma and PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana. These two schemes can be remembered as facts for the prelims, and you can further read about these two schemes. In the meeting, RRBs were also directed to increase their share in ground level agriculture credit disbursement. In the meeting, it was also highlighted that RRBs have recorded the highest ever consolidated net profit of 7,571 crore in financial year 2023-24, and the gross non-performing asset ratio of 6.1% is the lowest for RRBs in previous 10 years. Union Finance Minister highlighted that all the RRBs must have their own up-to-date technology stack to stay relevant, and noted that digital banking services like mobile banking will be a boon for the regions. The regions with relatively challenging physical connectivity like northeastern regions or the hilly regions. The sponsor banks have a significant role in these endeavors by providing technical assistance, sharing best practices, and ensuring that RRBs have access to the resources they need. Now this is a direct line for the mains. Active outreach by the RRB branches located in MSME clusters ensure credit to small and micro enterprises in areas like textile, handicrafts, wooden furniture, clay pots, jute handicrafts, leather, food processing, dairy farming, packing materials, etc. All these areas hold immense potential for increasing the loan portfolio for the RRBs. Another very good line coming out from the article is RRBs should devise suitable MSME products aligning with their cluster activities and leverage personal and local connect to increase banking penetration. In the meeting, SIDBI was also directed to assist RRBs in exploring co-lending or risk-sharing models and extending refinance for the MSME portfolio. Another very good line for the mains is coming out is RRBs should recognize the challenges that lie ahead and should continue focusing on maintaining asset quality, expanding digital services, and ensuring robust corporate governance. Next news from PIB is from Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. The news states, Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare and Chemical and Fertilizers, Shri J.P. Nadda inaugurates Policy Makers Forum in New Delhi. So, one of the prelims question may be Policy Makers Forum first meeting was held where and when? So, the answer is in New Delhi on 19th August. So, this forum is to elevate India's position in global pharmaceutical sector. The Indian Pharmacopoeia Commission, in collaboration with the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, hosted the international delegations of policymakers and drug regulators from 15 countries. The forum featured the launch of innovative digital platforms for pharmacopoeia and drug safety monitoring. So, international participants were Burkina Faso, Equatorial Guinea, Ghana, Guyana, Jamaica, Lao PDR, Lebanon, Malawi, Mozambique, Nauru, Nicaragua, Sri Lanka, Syria, Uganda, and Zambia. Now, important thing is look out for the locations of these African countries or Asian countries into the map. So, these locations become important for the prelims part. The forum aims to foster meaningful discussion on recognition of IP and implementation of India's flagship Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Janaushadhi Pariyojana, also known as Janaushadhi scheme. So, revise your knowledge on Janaushadhi scheme. The meeting highlighted India has long been identified as pharmacy of the world. This line can be used in the mains. India has long been identified as pharmacy of the world. We are proud that our generic drugs help to treat diseases like malaria, HIV/AIDS, and tuberculosis, which are usually considered as health problems of developing countries. So, next news from PIB is from Ministry of Defense. It says, visit by Admiral Alexander Moiseev, who is Commander-in-Chief, Russian Federation Navy. The Admiral Alexander is on an official visit to India. The visit is a testimony to the long-standing relationship between navies of Russia and India. The visit aims to strengthen bilateral navy relations and also to explore new avenue for naval cooperation. Admiral Alexander met Admiral Dinesh K. Tripathi, the Chief of Naval Staff. The discussions were held on collaborative mechanisms and measures to further strengthen Navy to Navy cooperation. It may be noted that Indian Navy cooperate with Russian Federation Navy on many fronts. This line can be used directly for the mains. India and Russia cooperate with each other on many fronts, including operational interaction, training, hydrographic cooperation, and exchange of subject matter experts in various fields through various mechanisms. Another important fact you can say is Indian Navy has been interacting with Russian Federation Navy in various multilateral forums like IONS. The full form of IONS can be used in prelims. IONS means Indian Ocean Naval Symposium, then Milan, then IORA, that is Indian Ocean Rim Association, then WPNS, that is Western Pacific Naval Symposium, and ADMM plus Asian Defense Minister Meeting plus.